Hello? There we go. All right, thank you for coming out this morning. It's Monday, so, and I've had 2 cups of coffee, so I have no idea how fast I'm going to be talking here. Bear with me, and I don't have my glasses on either. Just want to thank you out for coming out this morning for what we believe is going to be an exciting announcement for citizens and visitors of Virginia's Blue Ridge. In 2012, we began rolling out a capital improvements plan to renovate and remodel our venues, not only to bring it up to industry standards, but also to inject a fresh perspective into the venue that was less than a decade from turning 50 years old. And I hope you will agree that the progress we're making is visibly restoring this facility to a level that makes it look new again. We're grateful, so very grateful, to our Assistant City Manager, Sherman Stovall, and to our Honorable Mayor Sherman Lea, and all of City Council, and my great staff who's lining the wall back there, for their willingness to reinvest in this venue and for supporting our efforts to make Berglund Center one that we can all be proud of. Then in 2014, we rebranded the Roanoke Civic Center to become Berglund Center when we entered into a 10-year naming rights agreement with Berglund Automotive. The rebranding seems to complement the physical improvements of the building and has put a refreshed focus on our local business. Then in 2015, we announced the return of professional hockey to Roanoke, and the Rail Yard Dogs began their franchise history with us in the fall of 2016. And it's hard to believe we are about ready to enter our 3rd season, and we continue to be proud that Berglund Center is the best and biggest doghouse in Virginia, if not the world. In an average season, we host about 325 events, and we just closed out our fiscal year 18 hosting over 400 events. And we're so proud of that, and we couldn't do it without support of the people in our community and the city and the people who are willing to invest in this community. So it's only fitting that we share with you this morning the next step in our mission to provide our community with a venue filled with progressive and diverse events, to provide a new source of entertainment for sports enthusiasts, and to introduce you to someone who believes Roanoke is the perfect place to bring his business. And to make this special announcement, I would ask the Honorable Mayor Sherman Lea to take the podium.
Good morning, everybody. It's another great day for the city of Roanoke. And let me just thank Robin and some others. I'm pleased to see that our Assistant City Manager from Snowball is here. Thank you for his work. And a good friend and someone who's taken out in this valley to higher heights, Mr. Landon Howard, did visit Virginia's Blue Ridge. Thank you, Landon, for your presence and your continued work. And let me say this right off the beginning, right from the beginning. I support, appreciate the work that Robin Sean is doing here in this city. I support her 100%. Thank you, Robin. It's another great day. As many of you know, I love sports. I have played them, coached them, and supported them my entire life. Sports is something that we all can connect with and share. They give us something positive to focus on. And mind, we need that now. And I'm appreciative of that. And as an adult, sports continues to play a very pivotal role in my life, and I love it, and I love what it does for our community. Let me just tell you a little something about Robin. I think it's important. I first met her in 1999 when we worked together on the Western Virginia Education Football Classic here in the city. And some of you have been there a while know about that. We played that game for 13 years. And the WVEC was something I felt passionate about and was motivated by the fact that the purpose of it was twofold: to enjoy some great college football and to draw attention and raise money to keep young people in school. It was for dropouts, and we wanted to keep them going. And we hosted the WVEC in this valley for 13 straight years. We had college teams coming in to play, Coach, and that's something that was very significant. And from there, we brought about 1,000 kids back to school here in the valley because of sports. And and that was a good thing. 4 years ago, my son Sherman Jr. and I, Coach Robin and Coach Woody Deans, former great coach at Patrick Henry High School, about creating a basketball tournament or challenge to be held there in Roanoke annually, which was to promote education and community service. And out of that was born the Lee High School Winter Classic Basketball Challenge. It's hard to believe, but we're getting ready to host our 5th year of the Winter Classic this January. And as Robin mentioned, 3 years ago we announced the return of professional hockey. And this fall, the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs will begin their 3rd season at the Berglund Center. And I tell you, back in 1999, we had arena football. We started here. Many of you might remember the Roanoke team that we had. We played 3 seasons here, leaving in 2002. The Roanoke Steam played 6 games each summer, June through August, and drew crowds of about 1,200 a game. People in the valley love sports. They love sports in this community. And it's never a bad day to announce that a new professional team will be coming, and we're excited about that, and they will call Virginia's Blue Ridge their home, a new team, professional team, which is why I'm here today. And you all are here. We are pleased to announce that beginning in March of 2019, the National Gridiron League will enter its 1st season at the Berglund Center and will call Roanoke its home. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. The National Gridiron League will showcase a fast-paced and quality brand of indoor arena football that will be sure to leave our fans entertained and excited about the sport and this league. We hope that citizens and sports fans, particularly football fans, will support our newest professional sports team. And boy, that sounds good. I tell you, it's never been a better time to live in the Roanoke Valley. This is a great time. And with that said, I'm pleased to be joined this morning and I want to welcome the commissioner of the National Gridiron League Conference, Mr. Joe McClendon.
Good morning, everyone. First, I would like to say I want to give thanks to the people of this community. I also want to give thanks to Robert Sean, also Mayor Sherman Lea, and all the members here in the Blue Ridge community have inspired us to come to this community and bring some great entertainment. Now, speaking on the National Gridiron League, just give some insight on us. The National Gridiron League was created in 2017. We were created to be a minor league alternative to the National Football League. We wanted to provide those individuals who just finished their college playing career an opportunity to continue to play football in a respectable and a well-run league. We've worked hard to get to this point, and it's a lot of hard work that we must continue to do to get us to where we hope to be. We have some great and exciting announcements coming soon, but more than anything, I want to talk about what we saw in this community. In this community, and from the research we received, we saw a community that was working hard, striving to achieve more. And we wanted to be a part of this community as it continues to grow, as the Blue Ridge community continues to just prosper and really be the face of Virginia going forward. So that was the inspiration behind coming to the Blue Ridge region. Berglund Center, speaking with Robin throughout our meetings, we had the opportunity to find a venue that not only had the dates, that fit us geographically where we wanted to be, and also that make the renovations and make the investment to be a world-class facility. And that's the reason we chose Roanoke, and that's the information here behind the National Gridiron League. Going forward, we inspired to be a football league that's going to help these young men get to the place they need to be in life. Now, what happens with a lot of these young men as they finish their college playing career is one of two things. When you finish your senior year, everyone asks you just to get into life. And if you've been competing football for 15, some of these guys since they were 5, 6 years old, that's very difficult to just drop it and just automatically get into life. We want this league to be a transition for those young men to do one of two things: get back into the National Football League, the Canadian Football League, or we want to prepare them to get into life. We hope bring around 35 to 40 young college graduate young men to the Roanoke area. We hope those young men can be an asset to the community and continue to grow this community in the direction Mayor Lee has it going. All right, at this time, I'm going to hand it back to Rob.
Ask one of our Valley's greatest leaders here, Landon Howard, who also sits on the Berglund Center Commission, to come up and tell us what he sees to be a benefit of bringing another professional sports to the Valley.
Good morning. I'm excited. What a way to start a Monday, right? You know, this is great. I will tell you, this community, Virginia's Blue Ridge, Roanoke, is getting a solid, incredible reputation for sports. Not only in the Commonwealth of Virginia, but also throughout the country. Now, in 2017, we hosted 189 sporting events and tournaments. In 2018, we're going to have well over 200 sporting events and tournaments that we're hosting here. So our reputation as a sports destination just continues to grow and grow and grow. And Joe, let me tell you something. You're in the right place. Yeah, you're here in the right place to bring this new venture here. It's going to be extremely successful, is my prediction. This community welcomes sports here and will be very supportive. But the most important thing is, I'll tell you two things. It's very, very critical. When it comes to Roanoke City Council and the mayor and the professional staff like Sherman Stovall and all, you will not find better support from a city council than you will this one here. And same thing is true of the Berglund Center. Robin and her team are the best in the business, and they will roll out the green carpet. And they're gonna work with you to make this successful. We will all work with you to make this successful. Bree Neds is here with me as well. Also Brady Woolwine from our team, and I'm committing them to help you to make this successful. So we're so glad to be here. We're really, really excited. And what we're going to do is we're on our way. About in terms of visitation, $813 million is generated by visitors. I know many thousands of visitors will come in to enjoy this, and hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years we'll be up to $1 billion thanks to you. So we just really appreciate you being here, and thank everybody for your support.
Okay, so we're not going to keep you waiting any further. I know that everybody wants to know what our team name is going to be and see the logo. So to unveil the logo of the team and to make that announcement, Mayor Lee and Joe McClendon.
All right, we're proud in Roanoke, Virginia, to be the home for the Virginia Iron Horses.
So again, I want to thank my team, because they're going to be the mice in the house who make sure that Joe and his folks get everything they need to run a successful operation. Thank Landon and his team for helping us promote it, and I thank the city of Roanoke and Mayor Lee for their support, because without them and giving us the nod, we wouldn't be here today. And these guys are available now for some Q&A. Does anybody have any questions from the audience?
This league is brand new, right? I mean, you said 2017, Joe, but it hasn't gotten off the ground yet, right?
No, this is a brand new league. Some of the things that created this league, we've seen, if you're familiar with the industry of indoor and arena football, there's a lot of instability, what's going on in the industry. So with my team and my board group, we want to create a league that will add some stability to that. And how we're going to create that is we're a single entity league. The league will own all the teams, but we will be selling our portions of the team at the local level. We want some local ownership involved in this, and that's the inspiration behind it, provide stability not only in the hires, but in the player caliber, and the venues and everything we got going forward. We feel like going that route put us in the best possible position to be the strongest league out there. Our strategic plan over the next 3 to 5 years, I think we will put us as the #1 indoor and arena football team league around. And the quality of players is going to be a little bit more than you guys seen before. We're going to invest into the players. So from a player investment standpoint, we're going to be very aggressive.
Is arena football still around?
Yes, it is.
So you envision yourself as a feeder to them or as a competitor?
We envision ourselves as a competitor. Right now, the Arena Football League is down to maybe about 4 teams. We're going to kick off our first season with 12. And the reason behind the 12 is keep us very geographically tight, to keep travel costs down and some other things. Now, the Arena Football League is hands down, without a doubt, the #1 indoor and arena football league. I feel like it allows us to take advantage of be very aggressive as far as market share and attacking.
Where are the other?
We haven't built all the teams yet. The first team we haven't built is in Topeka, Kansas, with the Kansas Capitals. Roanoke is the second team we're going to announcement, and I'm sorry to say that I'll go ahead and let you guys know our third announcement will be in Norfolk, Virginia. You guys will have a rival.
Is your plan to keep your teams right now east of the Mississippi, let's say?
No, sir. No, sir. We're going to both be east and west. We're going to be based out of the southeast and the Midwest. From some of the broadcast partners we hope to bring along. We work with them in terms of some of the geographic areas they wanted to target as well. We're hoping to be making an announcement on that soon. We're working aggressively to get that done, but that was the reason behind some of our geographic selections as well.
When is your season?
It'll start in mid-March and we'll run till mid-July. Right now, we're going to have a neutral site championship game, and I know the Iron Horses will hopefully be in that championship game, but we have a neutral site. It'll be a great vacation somewhere down south for everyone in the Blue Ridge area. And we hope you guys come in, not only if the Iron Horses involved, but just come down and really enjoy the championship game. Well, we're in negotiations with a few cities now that lock that in.
Joe, I'm sure you talked with Robin about previous seating.
Yes.
What worked, what didn't there. What's your plan, I guess, to have more success than they did?
Yes, absolutely. At first, I want to give credit, and I'm sorry, I meant to really give credit to Sherman Stovall. He's been involved in the meetings from the very beginning, really helping us get to this point. And Robin as well, her and her team has been very aggressive and getting us here. I remember from our first conversation with Robin, first thing she told me after a few minutes was like, "You're going to have a team here. I know you guys are really just evaluating the cities, evaluating markets and venues, but you're going to have a team here." And she really showed the great things about this community. And I'm not only did she encourage us and really illustrate why we should be in the region, she also named the team. She inspired the logo. She inspired the team colors. So I just really want to give a hand to Robin and her hard work. So not only was this a vision from myself and the board, this is also a vision for Robin, and she just saw the opportunity here, not only for the venue, but I think for the people of this community and for the youth of this community. We hope to bring some young men in this community that can help really inspire and keep those individuals inspired by football, because we all know getting to the NFL is pretty tough. But we want to provide those young men and women the opportunity to see entertainment and professional sports at a level in which they can continue to see themselves going forward with. And we want to provide the opportunity, and we want to be involved in the local community in terms of youth sports and some other things. But I'm sorry, what's your question again?
When were those initial conversations?
We've been talking since some time back in December, January. This has been a process. Getting to this point, really nailing down the deal points, and really just making it where it would be mutually beneficial for a relationship, not only for the city, but for the league and for the venue as well. So there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Is there an emphasis at all in acquiring or having players from, Virginia Tech on teams, or does that just vary whatever the team wants to have?
We-
I mean, in terms of drawing fans and stuff, I'm sure,
Absolutely. We would like that involvement not only from Virginia Tech, Virginia, and all Liberty, some of the other universities that's close around. That'd be nice, but at the end of the day, and being in this industry, I learned one thing. For us to ask individuals to come out and spend their hard-earned money they worked all week to acquire, they want to see quality entertainment. So my number one objective is to have some quality, because my job is hiring team presidents, and right now we are currently looking for a team president here. We've spoken with some individuals, but at the same time, guys, we know some great individuals. Please have them in contact with us as well. But my job is to hire great team presidents, hire great coaches, and for them, let those individuals do their job and bring in great talent. I think at the end of the day, if we have a great talent on the field, people in this community will spend their hard-earned money. And going with the team the name and everything, we wanted to illustrate that. The first team name, I got a phone. We had a different name mascot in mind for this area. I got a phone call from Robin, and Robin told me, "Joe, I like you, but that ain't gonna work." She told me that the name wasn't tough enough, wasn't aggressive enough, and didn't represent this community. And in terms of the hard-working people and individuals we have coming out of this community, it didn't quite represent the area. So we made that transition. And again, so that is the most important thing to me. If I'm gonna ask you to spend your money, I want to make sure we have a quality product on it.
How long's the season? Like, how many home games?
It would be 8 home games. Hopefully, you guys have about 10. I mean, you guys go 2 rounds of playoffs and go to the championship game.
As the majority owners, the league would set the price points on tickets and things like that, or would that be up to the venue to decide?
We're gonna work with the venue, also work with the city in terms of finding those price points, because again, we work on a lot of different markets, and the price point in each market is gonna be slightly different in terms of, just how it works in terms of the business of it, making sure at the right price point in terms of market. We're still working on that in terms of the single game tickets, prices, as well as season ticket prices as well.
Now, will each team be able to sign their own players, or will there be a draft at all?
There will be a draft. We're working on the exact date on that, but there will be a draft. There'll be a 3-round draft. So the first 3 players in team history will be selected through the draft. That'll be through the coaching staff that's set up. We'll give those individuals opportunity to do that. And while we're doing that, we want to make sure there's a balance of talent going out. Make sure that there's some balance throughout the league and allowing every team to be competitive. We know some of these coaches, some of these regions may have opportunity to kind of snatch up some of the top 2 players initially. We want to make sure we spread that talent around. We're going to be getting some of these guys who recently just got cut to the NFL, provide them another opportunity. What we want to do is provide them young men an opportunity to get additional film. And that's the biggest thing. I've been in that position before. I remember I was 25 years old. I had a scout for the NFL tell me I was old at 25. And it kind of crushed me, But at the same time, we want to provide those individuals some additional film, because there's a lot going on as far as the industry of football. You have some other leagues coming back, the XFL, Vince McMahon, the XFL are coming back. We want to provide these young men opportunity to continue to do that. But also, and I spoke on it before, we must know and understand, a lot of these young men that we're going to be bringing to this community are going to be college graduates. I think that's the greatest asset we can give to this community. We're giving young men and young women the opportunity to see 25, 30, 40 college graduates, and that they can see and touch and be very close to in terms of they competed in the sport, They went to college, but at the end of the day, they fish. And I think that's the biggest asset we can provide to this community. And over time, some of these young men, it naturally happens. Some of these young men were going to stay and remain in this community. They're going to stay and live here. And they're going to be here for the next 20, 30 years. So I think that's the greatest asset we can provide in the community.
As a citizen, I can tell you, Robin hit it right on the bell because this is a rubber town. It's
Yes.
built on the railroad, around the railroad, and that's a great thing is y'all work together.
Absolutely. And more than that, they want to be a great partner. We want to be very open and listening to the community about some of the things we can do in the community. And part of that is having the ability to listen. After going through everything we did, come up with a new logo, new team name, I think we did the right thing. And I think that's the first step in us showing that we really want to be a part of this community and grow with this community. We hope to be here for a very long time.
Give us a little background on yourself.
Yes.
Your football background,
Mhm.
business background.
Yes. Well, I played, I'm originally from Georgia. Played high school football in probably one of the best states ever. But originally from Georgia. From there, I went on to compete at Middle Tennessee State and also at University of Mississippi. Had an opportunity to play with Eli Manning. And just really just being around and learning and seeing how you carry yourself. Because this was a young man who had a lot of attention on him because of his family. But seeing the way he carried himself. And from there, I myself got into arena indoor football and really had the opportunity to play in about 7 to 8 different markets. I've seen a lot of things that was done right and a lot of things that was done wrong. And just it allowed me to grow not only from a player, but from a coach and an executive to see some of the things that's done the right way. This is something that can be really great for any community. And from there, I had opportunity after I finished playing to get into sales. And then grow in sales and continue to learn business things there. Then I had the opportunity to start my own business. And then just having the opportunity to get with a group that wanted to do something special, kind of let those individuals know my vision, how things should be done. And they blessed me with this opportunity to kind of lead the league on board.
What were some of the hang-ups that you couldn't start the league this year? Was there more to it that you going in and it just took a little more time than you thought?
From starting this past year?
Yeah, right.
We didn't want to rush the process. I think that would have been just a mistake in itself to rush the process. You want to make sure you're going to the right markets. That was the biggest thing, picking the right markets, picking the right geographic locations as far as keeping costs down. Really allowing us to really do all the things we need to do from an infrastructure standpoint to really get things in order. So that was the biggest thing. We just didn't want to rush the process, do things wrong, and really do things the right way because these first 3 years are going to be with any business. They're going to take that first 3 years of real tough. And we just want to make sure we put ourselves in the best possible position for that.
At what point do you think all the teams will be updated?
We're hoping to have all teams available here in the next, and that's in the next 6 weeks. Pretty much all the deals and contracts are done. But we want to give those venues, just like we gave Robin and Herbert the opportunity to kind of unveil the way they choose to. We want to get off on a great first step with each community, and I think that was the way to do it. We have a lot of leagues, the way they do their rollout is a little different. We wanted to really get the partnership off on a great first step, and that's what we're supposed to do.
Will there be cheerleaders?
Absolutely. There's going to be cheerleaders. We hope to have a dance team as well. So there's going to be some things as far as the community. There's going to be some things that we're going to do different. So that what I mean by that is there will be cheerleaders. There will be a dance team. And we've been floating around our idea of putting together a small community band as well. So just some different things.
In the interest of time, I'm just going to ask if you guys want to do some one-on-one interviews with Mayor Lee, with Joe, or with Landon. They're available so that it's a little less formal and you can ask them some one-on-one questions. Thank you all for coming. There are media kits on the table for you to grab on your way out. Thank you. Corey.
Oh, you're good. Thank you.
And Rob, before we were first here, they get up first. He's like, yeah, I don't think so.
I agree. How are you? Good.
How are you?
Let me put my eyes on it.
I'll hold them for you. My going away present to you. Guys ready? All right. So when Roanoke gets announced like this, sure they're fun, but why does this actually impact the city and people who don't care for sports? How is this gonna help us?
Well, it raises revenue. As initially mentioned, most of the football players come from college graduates. That's always good for the city.
This morning, Monday, so I took those copies, so I have no idea that's what's on here. Just want to let you know, we're coming out this morning for what we believe is going to be an exciting announcement for citizens and visitors. In 2012, we began rolling out
I guess in a study to see how much does everybody bring in.
Well, we've done it, we do it. We're good. I don't have those.
We've seen a lot of sports teams come and go from this venue. How's this one going to be different?
Well, we're gonna make it, I've already talked to a lot of people.